What is up? Wow. This is probably the earliest I've vlogged. I've never really just gotten out of bed and started vlogging, so this is a little weird. Today is Monday the 29th and it is 8:09. So normally this is around the time my day starts. I feel like my body has gotten pretty used to waking up right around 7:30, 7:45. So yeah, real quick, I guess I'll let y'all know this is the final week of my cut. And I wanted to document this because I know I haven't done like a whole weekly vlog thing, so I guess it'll give you guys an idea of how my weeks would go during this cut. This is probably gonna be the most intensive week of the whole cut that I've done, just because it is the last week, just because I am very close to reaching 15% body fat, which is crazy. So I'm really gonna make sure I'm dialed in with my nutrition, with my water, with my sleep, and with my workouts. Those things are gonna be huge if I want to reach 15% by the end of the week. I guess real quick, I will show y'all my last week's weigh-in. I was down to 124.3 pounds, 16.3%, and literally shook. That's the leanest I've ever been. This is one of those mornings where I don't feel my best. Last night I only had 1,200 calories and my goal is 1,700. So that was already a bad start. And then for dinner I had this plate from work. It was really good, but somehow instantly I started feeling really weird in my stomach. So I checked the ingredients and for some reason there was flour in there. Gluten is something that I have to stay away from. Not even that I want to, that I have to, because it'll just mess my stomach up. So this morning I was just really the whole night, I wasn't feeling good. I didn't really get like great sleep. There's moments like this that happen, not a lot throughout my week. It's gotten way better because now I know for sure like what foods to stay away from. But there will be instances where I randomly come across something that I didn't really pay attention to, the label, and then I have to deal with very annoying stomach issues. Before I started my fitness journey up again, I envisioned my content to go a certain way, and it didn't, because I came across complications that really changed the way I was feeling mentally and internally. Regardless of the results, something deeper than what I could control was taking over everything I was doing. As of April, my main focus was just to drop body fat. I really just wanted to lean out. I wanted to get in the best shape I could ever get in. And it's been 3 months of consistent training, I don't want to say dieting, because I wasn't following a specific diet plan. All I was doing was counting macros, keeping up with my daily caloric intake. That really helped me keep track of the weeks that I saw the best results, the weeks that I probably stalled. It was just so easy for me to look back at numbers and put them together and see, okay, this is what my body likes, this is what my body doesn't like. And it was just about that. That's ultimately how I leaned out. And that's really all it is. Like, I thought getting into this challenge and putting content out for you guys was gonna be very different. Like I said, one, I wanted to document everything so I could hold myself accountable, because if I'm saying it, I probably should be keeping up with it. I was wanting to post what I eat in a days. I was wanting to post my workouts. I was wanting to share with you guys everything I had been doing to get from A to B. But in the midst of it all, I came across some gut health complications, and that just really took a toll on me mentally and emotionally, because if you don't know, 90% of serotonin is produced in your gut. So it makes sense now why I was feeling down, why my digestive system just wasn't working with me. And it was something so frustrating, because here I am trying to feed my body the best of what I can give it, and it's still not corresponding to me. And it sucks because I'm trying to take care of it. I'm trying to train it. I'm trying to feed it properly, and this just went deeper than anything I could control. So I've learned so much throughout this process. It hasn't been easy, and that's when tracking my foods helped out so much, because if I was feeling a certain way that day, I could easily look back at my FitnessPal log and be like, oh, actually I had this toast and then I started feeling this way. Oh, I had this toast again later that week and I started feeling this way. And that's how I kind of figured out what foods just didn't work with me. I have like a gluten sensitivity. I don't drink dairy. Do I wish it was like this? No, I wish I could feed off of whatever I could without feeling restrictive. So it's now not so much about, oh, I don't eat fast food because it's bad. Even if I wanted to go to Whataburger right now, I can't. Like, it's not worth it for me to feel bloated, to feel constipated, to feel crappy. So when you don't consume certain foods for a while, your body kind of gets rid of the bacteria it needs to digest those foods. So let's say I cut carbs out for 3 months. Once I introduce them, like, I don't have anything in my system that's gonna help me break those down. I'm like, okay, I don't wanna feel like I have to stay on a low carb diet. I don't wanna feel like I have to follow like a high protein diet. I wanna have a balance of all the nutrients. I took a more holistic approach. That's just how your body works best. All these macros are not bad. It's about balance. And I get, for some people, maybe carbs blow you up. Maybe you do better on higher fats. But think about it this way. If you're so accustomed to eating a certain way, if you're so accustomed to doing things a certain way, yeah, it's gonna be more challenging when you try to introduce foods that you're not accustomed to, because your body is just such a huge adapting system that it's not going to be able to help you do what it has to when you have these foods that you normally don't. And I think that's where everything had changed for me. So it then came down to the types of carbs. Pretty much anything with gluten was truly upsetting my stomach to the point where it was hurting. It was just not a good time. I wish I had better, more fun content out here for you guys, but this is like the reality of my life. This is the reality of what I've been dealing with, and this is honestly why I haven't been as consistent with my uploads, because if I'm not feeling good, I don't want to put a camera in front of my face as much as I wish I could. If my gut biome is messed up, your gut is literally the second brain in your body, and when you're not feeling good, guess what? You're not gonna want to be out here acting like you're good. Like, you don't want to do anything. Aside from dealing with those issues, I was able to drop down to 16% body fat, which is crazy because my goal was 15%. And even though I didn't hit my goal, I'm just truly so happy with my progress overall, because not only did I change my body physically, but I've just learned so much. Moving on forward, I am gonna start amping up my calories again. I want to build a little more volume on me. I don't want to focus on counting calories right now specifically. I mean, I want to, because eating 1800 calories as opposed to 1700, it's gonna be a little more challenging for me. But again, that's really the only reason why I'm gonna keep tracking. I don't want to obviously track my food for the rest of my life. That's not a fun way to live, and I don't recommend that for anybody. Honestly, if there's something I want you to take away from this video, from my journey, is to just cut the crap out. If you really want to get into fitness, if you really want to build the best physique you can, you need to make small changes, and it's not going to come easy, and it's going to take time. You have to make it part of your lifestyle rather than making it seem like it's just a chore. But it's gonna be so worth it, because in the end, you're gonna feel so much better. And really, if there's anything like I've learned, it has been to experiment with different foods, because at one point I would only eat like a certain type of meat for the week because it was easy. But you have to think about it this way. You have to feed your body different foods. You have to change it up. If you stick to the same thing for so long, your body is gonna get adapted. So you might be always training HIIT style, and then you probably stop seeing results, or you want to change up the way you look. You're gonna have to change up your workouts. Let's say you're eating low carb for a long time, and you hit a point where you're like, I just don't see many more results, or I've just been stuck here. You need to switch things up. Honestly, it's gonna make a difference. Just like you switch out your workouts, you need to switch out your food. That's all really I wanted to say in this video. I really hope that moving on forward, I can get my digestive system back on track. I ended up going to the doctor last week on Friday, so I've actually been taking some stuff. I've actually added probiotics in my supplements, so I'm hoping moving on forward, once that's on track, I can really just focus all my energy on my workouts and building up more muscle while trying to stay lean, because that's ultimately my goal. Like, I'm not done here just because I finished this cut. Like, I'm gonna keep moving forward. I'm gonna always try to get better. I'm always going to try to feel better overall, and this is my lifestyle now. And I hope that this video was at least motivating to some of y'all watching to get on track, to live a healthier lifestyle. Think about longevity. Think about all the health benefits it's gonna bring to your life overall, rather than just as a physical aesthetic appearance. You want to live for a long time. You want to be able to move correctly. You need to start changing things now. Obviously, everyone has different goals, but this is probably one of the best routes you can take. Again, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Just in case you didn't know, I am still a certified personal trainer, and I work with clients daily, and I know the struggles people have who aren't all into fitness like I am. Luckily, helping people is my job, but I understand if you have a 9-to-5 and if you have kids and if you have school, I know it can be difficult, but you have to make it as much as a priority so you can finally achieve the results you want. It's all a mental thing. You're so capable of doing so much more. Why limit yourself? And it's like, I'll ask people, well, how's your nutrition? Because they'll be like, well, I just don't see any results. I've been working out. And I'm like, how's your nutrition? How's your sleep? How's your recovery? These are the things that people don't take into consideration that truly make the most of the difference. And people think eating healthy is boring, but if you go in thinking that way, that's how it's gonna be for you. Do I feel like I live a miserable life? No, I still go out, I still socialize, I still eat foods that I want. It's all about balance, honestly. It's all about balance, and the moment you change your mindset, the moment things are just gonna start changing for you. That's all I wanna say. That's all I can think about saying. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with me, even though I haven't been consistent on my uploads. It's been such a journey. I'm not happy I've had to deal with so many gut health issues, but I'm honestly happy that I did, because it's expanded the way I think about food, the way I think about health, and just the way I'm gonna live my life here on forward. So yes, let me know if there's any videos you would like to see next. I will talk to you guys later.